If you want to be in for a chance to win this beautiful beast, all you have to do is the following on all 3 videos with this team. Subscribe to the channel, answer the question of the day somewhere in the video, and finally join the Discord servers. That's where I'll be announcing the winner. Best of luck to all of you, and I hope you enjoy the video. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going against Raymond in the OU tier from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. I've also noticed that only 36% of people watching this video right now are actually subscribed. So just double check you subscribe because YouTube likes to unsubscribe people. It's a bit bizarre. And if you're not subscribed in the first place, why not subscribe? It's free, it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Oh, interesting looking team from Raymond over there. We've got a Clodsire, Dondozo, Articuno, Zarude, a Delphox, and a Galarian Zapdos. Pretty powerful stuff. I love the representation of the Articuno and the Zarude. A pretty awesome Pokemon that, you know, don't get enough love. So it's good to see that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to expect them to lead off with either the Zarude or the Galarian Zapdos. I'm going to lead off with the Meowscarada. Just to get the nice and powerful fast U-turn off or whatever I need to go for on whatever the Pokemon they bring in. And then we'll just kind of go from there. And the battle begins. So Raymond's going to lead off with the Zarude as we led off with the Meowscarada. So we're off to a good start here. Grass Dark versus Grass Dark. Pretty awesome little matchup right here. I'm going to go straight for that U-turn right now. There you go for the U-turn first, outspeeding us because they're Choice Scarfed. We're Choice Scarfed. I thought Meowscarada outsped Zarude naturally. What's that all about? So they're actually going to go first. They KO the Meowscarada right off the bat. That's not good, but at least we get a free switch in on whatever they bring in, which is the only saving grace we've got. So Articuno comes in, which is a good one. Articuno is nice to see. Gets the pressure off and all that stuff. We get a free switch in with whatever we want. I'm going to go straight into Volcanion right now and fire off a Fire Blast because nothing on their team really wants to switch into Volcanion. So I'm going to go Volcanion. Volcanion's a beast, by the way, an absolute beast. So we're Tera Ground. That gives us immunity to electricity, whilst also being a ground type that's immune to water. So it's a pretty good type. We'll go for a Fire Blast real quick. They are going to Tera. What Tera type are they going to go into, though? That's the real question. Are they going to go into a Tera type that can take a fire move? That's the real question. So they go into a ground type. Interesting. So they're still going to be neutral to Fire Blast, which means Fire Blast can still do some decent damage. As they're going to go for a Tera Blast, which is really unfortunate. They've just caught me right off guard. We're off to a bad start with this game, that's for sure. Gets the KO, unfortunately. Well, it doesn't get the KO. It nearly gets the KO, unfortunately, as Fire Blast is going to get a critical hit, which is great. So, expecting them to go for that again, I'm going to go straight into my Galarian Slowking. Just because I know we're weak to ground, but we're going to be able to tank it pretty well because we're especially defensive AF. So, what I'm going to do is go into Dripking real quick, the Slowking. There we go. Absolute beast that he is. They go for a Freeze Dry, expecting to switch in something else, which is fair enough. No freeze as well, which is good. No freeze as well, which is good. And now we can actually go for the Chilly Reception without it boosting the defense of the Articuno. So they're probably going to switch out. But we're going to go for a Trick Room. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a Trick Room right now. So they know we could easily go for an attacking move right now. They're going to go for that nice and powerful Roost, which is fair enough. We go for a Trick Room real quick. There we go. Nicely done. Twisting the dimensions. And this is going to be able to allow us to bring in our nice and powerful Ursaluna. So what I'm going to do is now, I'm going to go for that nice and powerful Chilly Reception. There we go. Chilly Reception coming through right now for us. They're going to withdraw the Articuno, which is even better because it means I don't have to worry about Ursaluna coming in onto attack. And they're going to go into the Zarude. So Zarude comes in. We know Zarude is Choice Scarf because it outsped our Meowscarada, who was Choice Scarfed itself. There we go. Pull off a fantastic joke. Does absolutely nothing, of course, makes it snow, and then we get a good switch out. So we're going to get a switch out into our Ursaluna, and now something dies, because Ursaluna comes in once every 1,000 years to slay something, and then it goes back home. So we're nice and shiny as well. As per the beginning of the video, if you want to win this thing, you've got to answer the question of the day, subscribe to the channel, and join the Discord server. So go ahead and do that right now. All right, let's go for a Facade real quick. If they switch into Dondozo, we are in luck. If they don't switch into Dondozo, we are not in luck. So let's just see how much Ursaluna plows through this team. Facade comes through, destroying the Zarude in the process. And I think all they have to do now is just wait out the trick room turns. I think that's all they can really do. Like I said, they don't have a switch in at all. So they're going to go into Dondozo, which is absolutely fair enough. Dondozo is a good switch. Nice and shiny. I don't really like shiny Dondozo, to be honest with you. So we're going to go ahead and get some extra damage. We're going to Tera normal real quick. Get that nice and powerful Facade damage off on them. And if the Tera goes for whatever reason, then so be it. That might be why they brought it in. But I think they've just brought it in because it's a tank and it can fire off a Wave Crash us. Which will get some damage off. So Ursaluna is going to Tera normal, getting rid of that water weakness as they go for a liquidation because they are slower. Does nothing to us because of the fact we're not ground type anymore. Lowering our defense though, as we are able to go for a Facade. Let's see if this one-shots a Dondozo. Let's see if it one-shots a Dondozo. It should do, right? Doesn't one-shot the Dondozo, unfortunately. So, let's see how this works out for us. So if the Trick Room wears off, we're actually in a more of an advantage. But I don't think it does this turn. I really don't think it does this turn. So what we'll do is, we'll go for a Facade real quick. And they go for a Body Press. We live in. There was a critical hit as well, which is unfortunate. That's going to put a damper on our sweep with Ursaluna right now. We go for a Facade. Takes out Dondozo nice and powerfully as down it goes. So there we go. The Dondozo has gone down. That's one big threat out of the way. But unfortunately, Jaffa is going to go down to the burn. So that was an unfortunate critical hit right there at the Body Press. But it is what it is. It happens. That's the game we play at the end of the day. Going to go into Volcanion just because Volcanion's not really doing much for us this game. So I just kind of want to see what they're going to do as they do decide to go into the Galarian Zapdos, which is absolutely fair enough. I love the way Galarian Zapdos kind of frays its wings up like that as well. That looks pretty sick. So we'll go for a Steamin Rush just on the off chance that they don't attack us. But of course they do. And they're going to go for a Brave Bird, taking out the Volcanion in the process. So how do we pull back from this? That's the real question. So they're going to get hurt by Recoil, which is great. The Snow's going to stop, which is double great. We've got Great Tusk in the back, who has Headlong Rush and Knockoff, which aren't very good against this thing. I think the play is to go for a Knockoff, because that's the only thing I'm going to be using this Great Tusk for. Knockoff and recoil damage. I think that's the way to go with this. So I'm going to go for a Knockoff, get rid of its Choice Band if it has a Choice Band. Hopefully we can take this Brave Bird. We can take the Brave Bird like a champ. Recoil plus Rocky Helmet is going to be a right stinger right there. As we're able to go for a Knockoff and get rid of its item, which is going to be a Bum-ba-da-dum Choice Band. I thought so. So we just actually tanked the Choice Band. Let's go for a Stealth Rock. Let's go for a Stealth Rock just on the off chance they actually go for a U-turn. And they go for a Thunderous Kick, which is fair enough. Thunderous Kick is a good move. I like the animation for that. It's pretty good. It's not as good as it was in Sword and Shield, but, you know, it is what it is. So Rocky Helmet's going to nearly take that thing out as we're able to now go into our nice and powerful Dragonite, or whatever we want to go into, really. I think I'm going to go for... I think Dragonite is the play. So we'll go into Lancelot the Dragonite. Now, we don't want to break our multiscale just yet, so we're going to go straight for an extreme speed right now. There's absolutely no reason not to. As there we go, down goes the Zapdos. Dragonite coming through for us once again. Down goes Roadrunner. In comes the Articuno. So Articuno is obviously a big threat. We don't want to deal with Articuno too much. Let's go ahead and switch out into our Galarian Slowking right now. And then we'll go for a Chilly Reception. We'll get a switch back into our Dragonite and we'll go for an Outrage. So that's all I can really think to do right now. So we'll go into our Dripking real quick. There we go, nice and powerful. They might go for a Tera Blast expecting the switch. But they don't, they go straight for the Freeze Dry, which is absolutely fair enough. Articuno doesn't outspeed... Oh, they get the Freeze as well? That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. So we need to 4 out and go for a Trick Room right now. That's what we need to do. So they're going to go for a Tera Blast, which is, of course, going to do a lot of damage to us. But we should be able to tank it. We can tank 2. We're still frozen solid, unfortunately. But we need a Trick Room big time. That's what we need to win. Trick Room. And the reason we need Trick Room is because Articuno outspeeds Dragonite. And so does Delphox. So we really need a Trick Room up right now. So let's see if we can 4 out and get a Trick Room. This is really going to make or break this game. Because, obviously, for obvious reasons, a Dragonite just gets outsped and KO'd by Articuno's Freeze Dry. They go for another Tera Blast. Can we live this one, please? That'd be absolutely amazing if we could. And can we un-4 and go for a Trick Room? That's what we need. That is what we need right now. So we are frozen solid, unfortunately. That's a real shame. Real shame. What a crazy game this has been. Absolutely crazy. There's hacks left, right, and center. There's all sorts of shenanigans going on. proper bizarre game. I'm going to try and wake up one more time just in case they miss. I don't know. They're not going to miss, though. That's the thing. Tera Blast is going to come through. Absolutely destroys us. Absolutely destroys us. As down goes Slowking. So we did get frozen. That sucks, but it's whatever. What we can do now is we can go into our Dragonite. And we can either A, hope they're modest. Or B, go for the extreme speed crit. And you know what? I think it's going to crit. I think it's going to crit, you know. I think it's going to crit. Doesn't crit. But I think we can live a freeze dry because of Multiscale. We can live a freeze dry because of Multiscale. We live the freeze dry because of Multiscale. Let's go for that extreme speed. See what we can do here. So Articuno goes down, which is really good. Maybe, you know what I should have done instead? I should have KO'd the Articuno with Dragonite first. Then gone into Galarian Slowbro on the Delphox. Got the Trick Room up, gone for the Chilly Reception, gone back to the Dragonite, gone for the Outrage. That would have won us the game. But unfortunately, that's not how this worked out for us. So let's go for another Extreme Speed. There we go. Extreme Speed comes through. It is a clean 2-hit KO on the Clodsire as they are able to go for a Toxic right now, which is fine by me. We are unfortunately going to lose our PP for Extreme Speed, though, because of the Articuno's pressure. So that's unfortunate, but what can you do about that? Hopefully Extreme Speed can KO the Clodsire, because I'd like to make this game as close as possible, ideally. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's go for the Extreme Speed again. If only we could Tera. If only we could Tera. We don't get the KO on the Extreme Speed, unfortunately, as they're able to go for a recover right now. And that is really unfortunate. So, unless we get a critical hit, this game's going as far as Clodsire, unfortunately, as we're literally going to have to struggle with our Dragonite. So, and that's unfortunate. So, let's go for another Extreme Speed, see if we can get a crit. That'd be nice. We nearly got a crit then. I don't know what that means, nearly got a crit. Who knows? Either way, we're out of PP. We're going to have to go for the ultimate move. The ultimate move, the struggle. I've never actually been put in the position where I've actually had to use struggle before. So that's pretty crazy. But we'll just go for a battle. We'll go straight for that struggle. There we go. No moves left we can use. We go for the struggle. Does nothing to the Clodsire, of course. Recoil's going to destroy Dragonite. And that's going to be the game. So GG. We did unfortunately lose our first game with this team. But it is what it is. It was a very crazy game. There was a lot going on there. A lot of shenanigans. pretty fun game. But GG Raymond. I really enjoyed that. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all the wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.